Must have...
How do you think I feel? Come on.
No, so this was in the 60s, whenever there was the Beatles around in Liverpool and the Rolling Stones in London.
That's
up
right.
in the Northeast, the Animals.
I mean, I wonder how Elvis Costello feels. It's not his real name, you know. But it's just kickstart.
But what's your real name?
Ball.
Yes. That's a perfectly good name.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
There's Michael Ball, isn't there?
That's right, yeah.
He's quite good.
Why
And Kenny Ball, Beach Ball, all those ones. Now, but now we all know about the Liverpool scene because apart from anything else, we see endless documentaries about the Beatles and how they had the cavern and everything. But Andover in Hampshire, was that like a bit of a crazy place?
But you know, believe it or believe it not, even Rod Stewart came through Andover at one time.
Well, coming through somewhere. I mean, he's come through a lot of places, let's face it. So how did you get going? It was the Trogs that...
That's right, yeah. We just worked at it for about a year, and then all of a sudden somebody sent Wild Thing down.
Yeah.
And,
but you lent that sort of rather suggestive, raunchy tone to it. That was all the big success behind it.
So they say, yeah.
Yeah. Was that a deliberate policy, or was that you? Is that all sort of bursting out of you?
Yes, it was at that time.
Yeah. And then you started writing. That wasn't written by you. You wrote a lot of songs, didn't you?
That's right. Our manager at that time said, if you don't write like the Beatles or do something, he said, you'll never get anywhere. You've got to learn to write. So it just started and tried at first.
But you kept going, and of course, you then had Love Is All Around, which was a big hit for you.
That's right, yeah. Last year.
Yeah, but originally... originally
it was the first time.
Yeah, it was a big hit, but then your career went into a little bit of a quieter patch, didn't it?
We had all of our hits, eight hits in 18 months.
Right. And then what happened?
We went walkabout.
Yeah.
You know, we started a tour in 1966, a world tour, and it hasn't finished yet. We're off to... We're off to America in February and Australia in April. Just keeps going.
Well, now you are, I mean, obviously, just meeting you is obviously one of the nicest rock stars there are, but the other thing that sort of kept your career on full throttle, really, while you were perhaps touring the smaller places, was that tape of you in rehearsal and in discussion. The sort of infamous...
In discussion?
Well, it was the Trogs tape where you...
the biggest argument we ever had on record,
Yeah. And you're like, there was more F words than...
137 if you got the full tape.
Yeah. And you were recording a track called?
Tranquility.
Yeah. But this was... And what Love Is All Around. Now, that then became a big hit again, as you say, just recently, because it was used in the film Four Weddings and a Funeral. That film would have been nothing without that song, let's face it. Hugh Grant owes everything to you. You and Divine Brown. But now now, what have you spent your money on, then? Because I hear you're a bit of an expert on what is it, extraterrestrial life, corn circles and stuff?
Crop circles, yeah.
Did you get a lot of crop circles?
Everybody thinks I'm walking into these circles, throwing my money up in the air and saying, share it out, you know, to help the thing. No, it's not like that. I just went out for a Sunday afternoon drive. I saw a crop formation. I walked into it. And something told me I should find out a little more. So I got to Colin Andrews, who's been studying this since '83. Yeah. And I found there was more behind it. And in actual fact, a lot of people don't know when they see this Doug and Dave on there, you know, because they're old-age pensioners, you know.
But Doug and Dave are the ones who said they hoaxed you all.
That's right,
they've done all these circles.
But every time a TV company or the newspaper goes, they say, Doug, will you make us a circle? Like they say, see? They say, yeah. Yeah. So they put 100 quid in their hand. I'd go out and make a circle every day, you know. So it's subsidising their old age pension. Yeah. But some of these...
Well, that's nice, isn't it? That's right. Somebody's got to do it. The government doesn't seem to want to, but Well, see, assuming these are like aliens, they obviously don't come from Venus or Mars, because we know they don't. They must have come from some other galaxy. So they've come like millions of miles to get here. It seems a strange thing to come down and think, oh, well, we're here now. Let's make a circle, and then we go back to wherever we come from. They'd hang around a bit, wouldn't they? Unless they get hay fever or something, and they go...
The thing is, I don't think they go back.
But they're still here?
I think they're here all the time, and they're doing a big search for us, you know, trying to find intelligent life.
Oh,
They haven't found it yet.
Well, they're not going to find it in a cornfield, are they?
They're trying to up our awareness because, you know, at the moment, the situation with global warming and everything is going really downhill. And I really believe if we don't change the ways, you know, we've reached our sell-by date.
Right. There was even one found near Chequers, is that right? A circle?
People laugh at this, but, you know, there's a story behind this. A 200-foot penis turned up in the shape of a corn circle, and everybody laughed at it.
Well, it's the shape of a penis.
Yeah. But as a corn circle, 200 foot. Yeah.
Well, how do you know it wasn't just Tom Jones lying down one day? Well, this was near... I've heard this story, but where... Wasn't this near Chequers, the Prime Minister's home?
Yeah, right.
So was it somebody making a point? I mean,
that's right. It did point the right way. Yeah. Actual fact, there was 2 half testicles drawn, right?
Half testicles?
Now, it wasn't like you would see the graffiti in a toilet. It was done properly. 2 weeks later...
Well, what's it go? What's proper about it?
Well, yeah. You want me to go into detail? Yeah, but the thing is, in one of the... what do they call it?
You're talking alien at me now.
A scientific journal,
right.
2 weeks after that formed, said that the American population, the male population, had lost half their sperm count.
Right.
And a month after that, so did the English. The English said the same thing.
Right.
What it is, I feel, maybe that, you know, since the 1960s, women have been taking the pill and releasing more estrogen, and in the rivers you've got the fish turn into female. You've got the ones in the sea turn into female, according to the scientific world.
And then there's Lily Savage, of course.
But here is a message in a field right by the Prime Minister's home saying, "Hi, you know, you never know."
But they could have spelled it a bit more clearly. I mean, it's hard enough to get anything to the Prime Minister. Just sort of doing.
They think we're intelligent.
Yeah. And John Major. Yes. So now you have gone into, you're making light of it, but you've gone into this quite a big way because you've made a film about this, didn't you?
That's right. We made a video just to bring people up to the first rung of the ladder.
Yeah.
That's
cool. So you didn't have to. It was all with fuzzy, you know, camera work and a bit blurry so you can't see.
No, it was done from a helicopter. I hate flying, but once a year at least, I have to go up.
You were filming crop circles from a helicopter?
Yeah.
And there's a clue there, isn't
there?
They
take the door.
Don't they whir around like that? Oh, look, there's a crop circle forming as we're filming.
You want to see
we've solved it.
Yeah, great.
You've got a 200-foot penis strapped to the top of your head. I'm sure Richard Branson thought of that. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Reg Presley.
Thank you.